Founder of Handshake, rebranding as Bitesize back in 2013, did just $200 in revenue. Last year, 2016, over 300K, got a team of 6 folks, $125,000 raised. She's helping folks in an entertainment and political space launch one-to-one human engaging text campaigns, 6% average reply rate. The way she makes money from that is it's 25 cents per text. Her cost per text are 16 cents on the high end of data, and then 2 cents to Twilio. So, call it making 5, 6, 7, it'd be 8 cents per text. They're growing rapidly.
This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number 1 or number 2 in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka. This is episode 744. Coming up tomorrow morning, Jose Cayasso joins us, and with $1.5 million in revenue, the simple question I have is, hey, Jose, are you the new PowerPoint? Hello, everybody. My guest today is Jess Lee. We met up many, many months ago in San Francisco, and she was so kind to give me a tour of the 500 Startups office out there. But today, she's the founder of a company called Bitesize, where she's helping brands drive revenue with text message conversations. Jess, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah, so excited.
Very good. So, hey, listen, is Bitesize the same thing as HandStack?
Yeah, we're rebranding.
Okay, so guys, if you're listening to this and you want to actually see the company online, you go to handstack.com, but you're rebranding to Bitesize. So Jess, what does Bitesize do?
Yeah, so Bitesize helps brands drive revenue through interactive text message conversations.
Give me an example.
Sure. So a movie studio wants to release a new movie and they want to reach 1 million moviegoers, right? So what we help do is, how email and Facebook nowadays is so oversaturated. So we help them reach people by text message. And it'll be a fun, entertaining text message that comes from a movie character. And you can actually talk to a movie character.
That's pretty cool. Like it takes the form of Captain America if Marvel's using you.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of hype over conversational commerce, right? And the really important thing about our tool is we help them drive revenue by driving them after the conversation to a Fandango link.
Great.
So they can buy the movie tickets.
Let's chat more about that in a second in terms of how effective that is. But first, email marketing and the other comps you used, those aren't valuable unless you first build your email list. How do people build a database of cell phone numbers to even use Bitesize on?
Yeah, so that's one of the big challenges because texting has been known to be so spammy, right? You think of any business text you get, it sounds like a robot, and people don't really like getting those things. And what we do is provide that phone data, help our clients find the phone data, and so they can text, their target audience without having to collect the phone numbers one by one.
Okay, legally, how is that allowed?
Yeah, so our texting tool is what's called manual texting. So under the FCC, there's a law called Telephone Consumer Protection Act. And with that, you can't randomly generate numbers with algorithms or send text without human intervention. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we help clients send those texts with human intervention, many human interventions, so that they are all touched by human before it's sent out.
So tell me about how a human, let's role play here. I'm Marvel. I'm paying Bitesize. The new Captain America movie's coming out. I'm using you. You have 5 phone numbers of people that I think are going to come buy a Fandango ticket to go see the new movie. Tell me how your humans engage with me.
Yeah, so it works like an iPhone group chat. You make a group, you add the people to the group, and you click send. You can't schedule the text or anything like that. People reply, and you get these replies on your app, and then you get to reply to them from there. So you can have a continuous conversation.
People listening right now are going, Nathan, come on. The most thing I hate about Facebook is when people add me to random groups I never asked to be added to. Like, I don't like Jess's idea. So, like, Jess, what's your response rate on this? And how do you measure the negative sentiment that you might create?
Yeah, so for those texts, the different thing from group texts and ours is that you don't get all the text messages that other people are sending. So it still seems like a one-on-one text from the consumer's point of view. Okay. From the marketer's point of view, it's super easy because you can reply to them, group them however you want.
And how do you make money?
We make money.
Don't tell me you don't make money, Jess. Come on.
Charging per text. And, we help clients buy data also.
What do you charge per text?
We charge 25 cents per text, which is significantly higher than if you were just sending a mass text.
And what?
So there's a lot of value in it being one-on-one text messaging.
Of that quarter per text, literally a quarter inside of $1. Of that quarter, what percentage, break that down for me? Well, what's your cost of goods sold on the quarter? What do you pay to Twilio or whatever the texting API is?
Yeah, a lot of the cost comes from data. So I would say Twilio is pretty minimal, and everybody knows how much Twilio costs.
What is it? I don't know off the top of my head.
It's something like 2 cents or something like that.
Okay, so you have 25 cents minus 2 cents because Twilio minus the data. What's data?
Data can be up to, you're asking hard questions.
Well, Jess, what do you think? I'm going to come on here and rub your shoulders and give you a freaking massage?
Data can be, anywhere up to 16 cents. It's very high.
Okay, so let's say that's worst case, 16 cents. So you have 16 cents, 17 cents, 18 cents cost on your 25 cents. What other costs do you have?
Well, I would say a lot of our customers pay us for our knowledge in terms of conversational marketing. I mean, we know how to get them the best conversion rates. We know how to get the best app download rates, and we're the only ones doing this type of business. So that's where the value's at.
If you send 1,000 new messages to new, people that your brands want to have conversations with, how many of those 1,000 first texts will get a reply?
Yeah, so a good median percentage that you can gauge is 6%, which if you compare to social media, it's a lot higher, or any ads, Google ads, it's more than 10 times higher.
So 60 people of the 1,000 will actually reply to that original text message.
Right. And a lot of our customers will send a lot of texts. So let's say they send 1 million texts and 60,000 people reply, right? Then that's more than the 2 to 3 months of social marketing campaigns they've done. They will get less than 60,000 likes. Mm-hmm. And we just, push that over in just a week of texting.
So what was your revenue last month?
Last month. So we like to measure it by the campaigns, and we've helped over 140 campaigns over the last 6 months.
Okay, I see your eyes going to your side. Did you make a bunch of notes before you came on because you knew I was going to ask these questions?
Yeah.
All right, so you said you've run 140.
Keep the metrics straight.
You've run 140 campaigns, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and have you raised capital or is this bootstrapped?
We raised capital from 500 startups.
So that was 150?
No more after that because we're profitable currently.
Okay, so was that 150 from 500?
125.
Okay, 125K. Very cool. And what's your team size right now?
We have 6 people right now.
Okay, so 6 all in the Bay Area?
6, 3 in the Bay Area, 3 elsewhere.
Okay, overseas?
1 overseas, 2 in Eugene.
Okay, so I'm assuming those last few probably have much lower average salaries in the Bay Area, but I'm gonna call an average of $6,000 per employee, so it's 36 grand. So if you're profitable, you're making at least 36 grand per month. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so I'll tell you this.
Just tell me the number. What did you make last month? Why don't you want to tell me? It's going to be impressive. I was expecting you to say not a lot. If you're above 36,000, I'm already impressed. What's the real number? What'd you do last month?
Well, I just have to look back to my invoices and stuff. But
Is it monthly, or is that why you can't give it to me? Like, I'm thinking about it as like a SaaS business, but it might be more pay as you go. Is the monthly revenue not consistent? It like spikes in one month and it's down, and it's very seasonal?
Yeah, so right now I would say it's 50-50. There's 50% of campaigns that are, maybe like every other month or every 3 months. There's 50 percentage of our customers that are like, call centers, so they use it every day.
Mm-hmm.
So really, so I need to go back, but to give you a good idea, each campaign is 10K to 100K. So there's
just to set up. Just to set up, or that's the average amount of 25 cents like they're paying you per person?
Yeah.
Got it.
The second one, average.
So I can divide 25 cents into 10,000 to 100,000 to get a good sense of how many messages are actually being sent back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Very cool. Okay, good. So okay, and how are you finding these new customers? How are you onboarding?
Yeah, so I would say 10% of our customers come from referral nowadays. But initially, we were super strong about outbound sales. Mm-hmm. So we use a lot of, we call them a lot. We go to conferences. We email them. And because our product is so unique, people like to learn about what it is.
And what is so of these 140 campaigns, are all of these call centers and like movie theaters, or what other kind of customer cohorts are you serving?
Yeah, most of our clients are in entertainment currently, and call centers. So 2 use cases. One is marketing, and 2 is kind of like a CRM for text messaging.
Got it. Do you know political campaigns using you?
Yeah, there's lots of political campaigns using us, and that's where I originally started.
Did you have to pick a side, or do you have Democrats and Republicans using you?
It's a good question. Because of my personal background, mostly Democrats.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I talked to a lot of people who like they'll serve one political side and then find that like the other side like never wants to use them, or they will use them if they don't ask if they've worked with the other side. So
yeah, it's funny that you know about that. A lot of people don't know about that.
Well, it can be good too, because if you align yourself with like one cohort and you're best in breed, like you can actually get a lot of market share by appealing just to one side and being the go-to gal for that one thing,
Yeah, but campaigns are pretty one-sided, but my personal belief is that, this is a tool that is meant to connect people in a meaningful way more than like one-way ads would do. Yep. And same for political campaigns. It's all about empowering the individual.
Now, what year did you launch this in?
What year?
Yeah.
So the most current product was launched a year ago.
So 2016?
Yeah, for pilot campaigns. And then the political campaigns app was launched, 3 years ago.
Okay. So call it 2013.
Yeah.
So you remember what your first year revenue was in 2013?
Like $250.
I love that. And what did you grow to? What was it in 2016?
In 2016, we got about 300K from 6 months of pilots. Yeah.
That's great. What happened to the other 6 months? You didn't make any money during those months?
We were pivoting to a more commercial use case.
Got it. So you did 300 grand in total revenue last year.
Yeah.
And what do you think you'll break this year?
You get it here. Hopefully this year it's better. Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Oh no, just because it's good revenue.
No, it's great. No, it's good. I mean, you're profitable with 6 people. It's wonderful. It's a good thing. So you think you'll raise capital here in the next few months, or you just want to keep staying cash flow positive and growing organically?
Yeah, so my hope is to grow organically, but we'll see.
Many of you listening right now don't have time to listen to every B2B SaaS CEO that I've interviewed. If you want to get access to the database I've created with year-over-year growth rates, customer counts, margins, and many, many other data metrics and data points, you can go to getlatka.com. Here's the thing, though. That database, I keep it to myself. It's so freaking valuable. And to preserve the quality of the data and make sure that the people that have access to it have a true advantage, I'm only letting 10 companies on each month. So we're full this month, but you can go to getlatka.com to get on the waiting list for next month. And look, there's big people on the waiting list. I mean, the biggest VCs you've ever heard of. You've probably heard of them. They're big, private equity, billions and billions under management. So it's an impressive waiting list. Go get on now at getlatka.com. Guys, big news. Last month was a huge month for the company I recently acquired, which was www.thetopinbox.com. I liked the company so much when I met the person who created it. It lets you send emails later on Gmail, set up reminders like snooze almost to keep your inbox clean, do things like send auto follow-ups, and do open tracking so you know when your emails get opened. It's great if you're in sales or CEO or trying to be more productive. So listen, I bought the whole company on the spot, and I want to tell you how I did it. I've showed the deal, by the way, to big, smart people, private equity firms, VCs, and they're dumbfounded. They go, Nathan, how did you do this? We've never seen a deal like this. How did you do this? So I did an unbelievable deal, and I want to show you the income report. So for me to send you the income report, go to www.thetopinbox.com, click the red button that says install this on Gmail, and when you do that, my email will appear. It'll appear in a little Gmail pop-up window. Send me an email and I'll reply immediately with the income report, and you can see how I'm buying and growing small B2B SaaS companies. That's www.thetopinbox.com. Totally free to try and use. www.thetopinbox.com. Awesome. Jess, let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
My favorite business book is Girl Boss. It's by Sophia Morceau.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Also Sophia Morceau.
Number 3, is there a favorite online tool you have, like Evernote?
That's a hard one. I use a lot of tools. Let's say Trello.
Okay. Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
68.
Okay, so pretty good. And what's your situation? Married, single, do you have kids?
Not married, don't have kids.
All right, and do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 25.
All right, last question. Take us back 5 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
That a lot of entrepreneurs love to think that they're alone, but they are not alone. And everybody has the same kind of challenges that they come across, in their mentality, even if it's just a little tiny thing. And to overcome those things, I think, is real work. A lot of people think it's, just a side thing, but it's the real work. And that's what, overcoming those is what gets you to the top, I think. So
there you guys have it from Jess, founder of Handshake. Rebranding his Bitesize back in 2013, did just $200 in revenue. Last year, 2016, over 300K, got a team of 6 folks, $125,000 raised. She's helping folks in an entertainment and political space launch one-to-one human engaging text campaigns, 6% average reply rate. The way she makes money from that is it's 25 cents per text. Her cost per text are 16 cents on the high end of data, and then 2 cents to Twilio. So, call it making 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 cents per text. They're growing rapidly. Jess, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed Jessica today, go back and listen to Bo yesterday. My simple question for Bo was, is he actually going to replace credit cards? His company's called privacy.com. Tune in to see how it works.